The funny thing is I don't have to take a whole 5 minutes. I could take one. Take 1 minute. Okay. So the keys today, it's going to be a good one. Welcome back to Gimme the Keys for Life. And let's jump right into our format. Here we go. The key today is practice breathing. Breathing is a bridge into meditation. You can practice. I mean, I've been pretty much breathing my whole life, the more I think about it. I mean, I've never really taken a day off from breathing. But you can practice breathing in a multitude of ways. You could swim. You could run. You could sit there and think about your breath. You could meditate. So there's all kinds of ways to practice. And maybe a different word for practice is just control or influence your breathing. So this is key. It's been key in my life. Definitely help for like anxiety, like breathing. Intentional breath has been pretty key for me. Just feeling like, I don't know why this button is down. It's just been a good thing for me, and I encourage people to do it. If you've never done breath work, I would start with the Wim Hof method because it's very simple, straightforward. I'm also working on my own little breathing video. So maybe when that comes out, you can use that to practice your breath. So, all right, that's the key for today. Let's jump into the shelf. Here we go. Hit the mic, and I actually only have, sorry about that. So the warm-up there would have avoided that issue, but no warm-up, so we're going right with it. And I have a bottle of Sam Pelly today. Oh, here we go. And sparkling water has really no downsides and all upside. And we'll put this, my calves and other lower body muscles. Sam Pelly. It's got all the upside. It's got the fizz. It's got the nice sound, the spritziness, if that's a word. Okay, we're 3 minutes in, and we're gonna keep rolling. I mean, so the reason I didn't do a warm up today, guys, is because this is I don't even want to put this out there, but this is my third time recording this same episode. I've been practicing podcasting all day, pretty much, but I don't need a warm up. I've been doing this for like an hour today. Basically, is my point. All right, long time on the shelf there for literally no reason. All right, let's get into today's rule. Ooh, some rules. We're coming down on you guys with some rules. Here we go. Find moderation in whatever pleasures you. Funny way to word that. Find moderation in your pleasures is probably more concise. Find moderation in your pleasures. And I was on a hike with some friends when we were talking about moderation. And man, it's just smart to have moderation in very specific things, actually. You need to have moderation in things that give you like pleasure and dopamine hits. We all know what these are. These are like drugs, alcohol, pornography, nicotine, eating a giant bag of Cheetos. So many things can be negative pleasures. Short-term pleasures that are not good over the long haul. We all know what these are. So it's up to you as an individual to find moderation in those things. And you kind of have to discover that balance for yourself. You know, your parents can keep you on the right track and your friends can, do this and mess up and you can almost learn from it, but you almost have to kind of do it yourself to really get the idea and the lesson of doing things in moderation. So I would say I'm very conscious about what I'm indulging in too much. Indulging, that's a good word for it. Indulgence. Yeah, I mean, eating too much, not taking care of your health, drinking too much, not good for your sleep, being too distracted by these other things. What else? Yeah, I mean, it's important to practice moderation, and you got to know the balance, and you got to find the balance in life. So that's a rule. So definitely find some moderation in your pleasures. It's very important. All right, moving along into our quote of the day, and this is a real psychological stumper. Here we go. Quotes from JP, "It's not irrational to work for the destruction of being." What? It's not irrational. So irrational is a very important word in this sentence. What is rational? What's irrational? Irrational is what is emotion, what is instinctual, what is impulsive, what is from a deeper level of your cortex, probably, scientific term. So it's not irrational to work for the destruction of being. Oh my gosh, destruction. That is just murder, right? Destruction of being. What else would that mean? Okay, killing. It's not irrational to kill is the shorter version of this quote. And that's kind of crazy. Why would that be the case? It's not irrational to want to kill. Oh, easy. Not easy, but I know. Life's pretty much suffering. We've figured this out as humans, that life is made up of pain and suffering and hardship and discomfort. And so we all experience that at different degrees in life. Hopefully your first 10 years of life were pretty mild and relatively good. You woke up every day and you had to learn and play, and hopefully you had a good structure of a household around you. And the first 10 years are kind of just blissful ignorance. You don't have to life should be pretty good. Maybe you fall and scrape your face or something, but for the most part, it should be pretty good. But we all know by the time we're about 30, we all know by the time we're about 30, bad things are going to happen. You're going to break your neck. You're going to get lost in the woes of being young and dumb and ignorant. You're going to spend too much time in your room and not go out into the world and conquer and learn, So, and then on top of that, just malevolence, just evil, just death, golly, murder is a real thing. That happens and that affects people. Bullies at school will make fun of you and ruin your self-esteem. You might have a physical injury. There's a lot of things that can throw you off, for sure. We're getting deep in thought today. I kind of forgot what I was talking about. That's great. If I can forget what I'm talking about, that means I'm really going after something. But that's why we have show notes. Okay, it's not irrational to work for the destruction. Okay, so life is made up of hardship and suffering. The rationale would be let's eliminate all life so that we can avoid this unnecessary turmoil. So it might be rational for someone to say, I've suffered so much in my life, why don't I just end it for us all? It's like the Monopoly game, like someone just flipping the board. Just completely like I'm playing outside the bounds of the social contract, and I've been so hurt in my life that it's better to not have any life, and we're just gonna get rid of it. That's insane. That's a real thing that someone out there is it's for sure happened. So JP is letting us know it's not irrational to work for the destruction of being. So guard against that, I guess. I am gonna check the camera because, like I said, this is the third time. Oh my gosh, it's recording. I think this is probably the best one for sure. Okay, let's keep it going. And my hands are full. Let's not overthink it during it. Okay, here's the question for today. What unforeseen consequences are coming related to AI? I think people really like to go into why AI is going to be bad, that it's going to displace jobs, that it's going to, take over us, take over the world. We all know that narrative. I don't think that's the case. I don't think AI is going to be something corrupt. I think it's going to actually have a lot of positive benefits, and I say that because it already has positively benefited me directly in the now. It is benefiting me now, is what I'm trying to say. AI is going to enhance creativity. It's going to make it way easier to have an idea to something being created from it. Because right now, if you think about it, like everyone thinks they have good ideas. Everyone thinks that their ideas are like really good and like something special about their little idea. But the idea part, the ideation part to the putting it out and creating and manifesting, that the gap's pretty big. So I think AI will be like a springboard into more creativity. I think AI is going to displace a lot of repetitive, monotonous sedentary, boring jobs. And I hope that's the case. I hope that we let the AI do the really dumb stuff that, we still do today, I guess. So it's like the Industrial Revolution, kind of, because the Industrial Revolution, I don't know the complete details and ins and outs of the Industrial Revolution, but I know the general idea is that technology advanced and it displaced old like factory jobs, and like machines took over like labor that humans were doing, and it displaced a lot of jobs. It was bad for some subset of people, but overall it was like the wise move. Like, let's take this loss in short term so that society can run on this new technology for 100 years. And AI is going to be like that, I hope, for a certain amount of jobs. And the good thing is that that's bad initially, but it allows those people to find more creative, more meaningful, more engaging work. So AI is going to do that. It's going to help people be more creative. It's going to be a springboard into having an idea, into turning it into a graphic or a video or a movie or a song. Like, it's just going to enhance creativity for everybody. Oh gosh, and that's it. That's great. I made it through. All right. I kind of ran out of breath there at the end, but I feel like I got all the ideas out that I had about that information. So we're going to pour a little bit more of Sam Pelly. You can stick around if you like, but that is today's podcast. That is the keys. Take the keys and run with them. And yeah, I'll see you back here next time, I think.